everybody. This is Caoilfhionn van der Walt, and I'm here to give you a very brief summary of the October 2024 UK budget speech, purely as it's related to non-DOMs. So as a recap, non-DOM is the name given to a specific tax incentive, we can say, or tax beneficial regime that's been operating in the UK for many, many decades. And it applied to people who were resident in the UK, so they were tax resident there because they had sufficient links to the UK in terms of generally their time spent there, but they were not regarded as domiciled in the UK. So they generally weren't born in the UK and were able to argue that their true home was in another jurisdiction. Now, these non-DOMs have generally been able to avoid paying UK tax on any foreign, i.e. non-UK income or gains that were not remitted into the UK. So it was a very generous dispensation that would allow foreigners generally to live in the UK, but only to pay tax on their UK income. Now, there has been a lot of pressure on the UK government to change these rules, and they have been changing slowly over the last couple of years, but this is the year when they're finally being kicked out altogether. So starting from 6 April 2025, the non-DOM rules will essentially fall away, which will mean that to a large degree, UK residents will be taxed the same whether or not they're regarded as domiciled. There is a transition period, so it means people who move to the UK, so who would previously been regarded as non-DOMs, they essentially have got 4 years of a period in which they can still they can not pay tax on their foreign income and gains. There are some specific rules around that, but in general, the intention is to move all UK residents to the same system of taxation so that they are taxed on their worldwide income, whether or not it's remitted to the country. There are also changes to the inheritance tax rules. So it used to be that non-DOMs were only subject to inheritance tax for UK-based assets, but that is also changing. And this will apply to all what's called long-term residents. And essentially, it will mean that all UK tax residents are subject to inheritance tax on all their assets upon death. This will mean that there's a lot less benefit to the use of foreign trusts for non-DOMs, and it is going to lead to a lot of different tax planning over the next couple of years. So that is basically a summary of the key issues. There is a lot of detail and a lot of kind of terms and conditions that apply to all of these rules. So we would be very happy to discuss this with anyone, in particular any South African citizens who have emigrated to the UK and who might be concerned about how the non-DOM rules will apply to them. So contact us to discuss. Thank you.